It is indeed a distinct honor for me to be here today as part of this historic maiden edition of the National Youth Connect Summit in the Gambia, following its launching in October 2018, and the regional sensitization forums that have been organized in December of last year. Youth empowerment, development, participation, and promotion should be central in all national development endeavors, particularly in Africa, which is experiencing rapid and substantial changes in its population, particularly the youthful cohort. According to the UNDESA 2015 report, it is estimated that over 235 million youth are living in Africa as of 2016 in the 15 to 24 years cohort. This accounts for approximately 19% of the global youth population. Africa has the youngest population and also the highest youth unemployment rate, estimated around 60% in the world. The 2018 labor force for the Gambia also revealed that though national employment may have risen to 32%, youth unemployment had a much higher increased trend than the national cohort. If disaggregated by gender, the unemployment for female youth is even higher due to added social and cultural barriers and expectations of the girl child. Youth living with disabilities also experience much higher challenges in entering the workforce and as active participants, as many employment and entrepreneurship strategies may not be as gender inclusive and disability inclusive as well. Mr. Chairperson, in recent times, global innovation and technological development has created new opportunities for millions of young people around the world. However, most of African youth are yet to tap into this demographic dividend due to limited opportunities, low levels of education and skills, combined with the structural rigidities of our African economies. Despite all odds though, African youth still represent a significant asset for the achievement of economic growth if the demographic dividend is appropriately harnessed and channeled. Youth are not only the future, but also the present. And all development should be with youth and take the priorities of youth into consideration. And the government of Gambia has recognized this in including youth priorities within the National Development Agenda 2018-2021. Mr. Chairperson, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as has already been indicated, Youth Connect was launched in 2012 by the government of the Rwanda with support from UNDP. And it is important to note that at that time in Rwanda, the resident representative was a Gambian, Mr. Lamin Mane. So a lot of Gambian thinking and support actually also went into design of this Youth Connect. The Youth Connect model has been embraced as an innovative design and implementation and has provided youth with the skills, networks, and information needed to scale their initiatives and gain meaningful employment. To date, 6 countries in Africa have launched Youth Connect, including the Gambia. It has now become a regional initiative which has demonstrated very excellent South-South partnership in addressing issues of youth employment, but also youth leadership. The Youth Connect Gambia will domesticate this concept aligned with the national development priorities, as well as the sustainable development goals, to harness this demographic dividend by promoting skills and development, ICT and innovation, entrepreneurship, access to jobs and finance, awareness on issues of irregular migration, and positive behavioral and attitudinal change towards development. This summit is just one of the activities aimed at localizing this development model and with a primary objective to initiate policy dialogue and partnership to achieve the goals of Youth Connect in the Gambia. It is hoped that this forum will mobilize youth and youth development actors to actively participate and support the implementation of the National Development Plan, the African Union Agenda 2063, and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and inspire and galvanize support for the Youth Connect activities in the Gambia. Youth empowerment is indeed a key priority for UNDP and the UN as a whole. Across our program portfolio, which covers governance, environment, as well as inclusive growth and development, there are numerous initiatives that UNDP is supporting for youth empowerment and engagement. From the Constitution We Want, to urban forums which discuss youth and environmental issues, to the soon-to-be launched youth application, which aims to provide an interactive platform for bringing policy and educational information to youth, as well as the Songhai Agriculture and Skills Training Center. Youth issues are at the center of UNDP's work. We hope that the Youth Connect will provide a platform where the different streams of work in support of youth empowerment and engagement can be brought together in a more collaborative and coherent framework. We want to encourage the delegates of this summit to recognize the diversity of the youth in Gambia and know that in diversity, there is strength. May this dialogue draw from this rich diversity of youth to ensure that the peculiar needs and priorities of female youth, of rural youth, of youth living with disabilities are placed on the agenda and discussed to ensure a more inclusivity of dialogue, process, and outcome. On this note, I would like to convey UNDP's continuing commitment to the youth agenda and to assure you that we will continue to work with other UN and development partners to enhance the youth empowerment agenda in the Gambia. I want to wish you a fruitful discussion, dialogue, and networking over the period of this summit, and thank you all for your attention.